I've been holding a lot of shit in lately. Man, I just had like a 3.5 hour cry. Where I just like let it all out. Or as much as I could tap into. That's so great. Sometimes you gotta let that out. Just saying to everybody out there, men, women, and child, you know what I'm saying? Don't be leaving nothing bottled up, you know what I'm saying? Let that thing out. God will be right there and let you know. Come on, let's get up, let's go. But I had me a 3.5 hour cry. God is good.
Diddy, the music mogul who has been making headlines for all the wrong reasons, is getting ready to snitch on Queen Bee herself. Stop everything you're doing because Diddy is getting ready to do the unthinkable and Beyoncé might be the one who pays the price.
My involvement in those parties was primarily for entertainment purposes. I had no idea about any of that terrible stuff going on. It's crucial to separate my presence at a party from any illegal activities that might have been occurring. You know I stand against. So let's make that clear, okay?
The big question on everyone's mind is why Diddy, one of the most successful and connected figures in the music industry, would turn against Beyoncé and Jay-Z. What could possibly be so damaging that he's willing to risk his relationships, his status, and his entire career over it? Diddy's legal issues have been piling up, but no one saw this coming, betraying one of the most powerful couples in the world just to save his own skin. If this testimony is accepted, it could result in a massive fallout, a behind-the-scenes drama that leaves no one unaffected. Stay tuned to learn the full story.
He is losing hundreds of thousands, millions of followers every day. And she still hasn't said anything, just pretending like life is great in Paris.
Is it her place to say so?
I mean, probably not, considering she's gonna be indicted for anything she would say. These are criminals. Diddy is and so is Jay-Z. The proof is there.
It all began when federal authorities knocked on Diddy's door and raided his properties in Miami and Los Angeles as part of an ongoing investigation. That's when things took a startling turn. The investigation into Diddy's alleged misconduct took a darker turn when authorities allegedly found tapes involving Jay-Z and Beyoncé. The tapes are said to contain material that could harm the power couple's reputations, but the full details have not been made public. The question that remains is whether Diddy is willing to spill everything because of the tapes, or if they link Jay-Z and Beyoncé to anything close to intimate. Diddy might see this as the ideal opportunity to negotiate a deal for himself. The tapes allegedly put Diddy in a position where he could either burn to death or turn the tables and use these explosive footage to save himself. The mogul may be battling for his own freedom, it turns out. Diddy is currently under a lot of legal pressure because of these serious accusations, which have left him in a precarious scenario where a hefty prison sentence appears to be his only option. The best course of action could be to provide prosecutors with something that would divert attention from him to even more prominent targets. Diddy may be making a last-ditch attempt to save his career by spying on Jay-Z and Beyoncé. If Diddy goes through with this, it could completely change the game. Testifying against Jay-Z and Beyoncé would put an end to the long-standing partnership and friendships that have helped shape hip-hop culture. Even if Diddy manages to avoid the legal consequences, the damage to his career and relationships would be irreversible, and the public may never look at him the same way again. The music mogul has spent decades building his empire, so watching it fall apart in front of him must be tough. However, if the court deems that his testimony contains merit, Jay-Z and Beyoncé's empire may also collapse.
Oh, you put that thing on the woo!
So you see how we do it here on the Saturday. This is what it's about to be.
There's more trouble, as if the court drama wasn't enough. Although the Carters have faced their fair share of difficulties, it's difficult to predict if this will be the last straw. A legal battle of this magnitude could pull the couple in different directions, and public scrutiny could push their marriage to the brink. Jay-Z and Beyoncé have weathered storms before, including accusations of infidelity and public tension. Rumors of cracks in their relationship have been circulating for years, from that lift fight involving So-Lang to persistent if Diddy's testimony contains any information that could directly implicate either of them, the scenario feels different. It can exacerbate existing issues and cause a rift between them. If these tapes and court battles continue, it may become irreversible for their relationship, and this is when things get tense. Just think of the strain that comes with the entire world watching, waiting for the next twist in the story. Messier, because some speculate that Diddy may be engaging in a high-stakes game. There have been rumors that Jay-Z and Diddy's friendship hasn't exactly been smooth sailing over the years, especially as Jay-Z's star continued to rise and his business ventures expanded into new territories. Some people believe that Jay started to put some distance between himself and Diddy. It's possible that this sense of abandonment has driven Diddy to take drastic measures. Alternatively, revenge is the theory that Diddy didn't just stumble into this chaotic situation by accident. If this theory is correct, then what we're witnessing is not only a legal battle but also a personal vendetta taking place on the biggest stage imaginable. When you consider the repercussions, it's evident that this betrayal could destroy the entire music industry. The leaked tapes may be Diddy's attempt to level the playing field by using the most explosive card in his hand to get back at Jay-Z for abandoning him. The power dynamics between prominent figures like Jay-Z may begin to erode the relationships that have shaped the hip-hop industry for decades. Future partnerships with Diddy and other moguls may take unexpected turns. As this fallout continues to develop, friendships and even partnerships may be in jeopardy. In a field where relationships and loyalty are crucial, Diddy's actions could set some of the biggest names in the industry against one another. This could have a cascading effect, shattering alliances and changing the music industry as we know it. To make matters worse, federal investigators are now involved, and there is a new threat that could spell disaster for Diddy and the Carters. Authorities may use the RICO Act, which was created to combat organized crime, according to sources. RICO allows prosecutors to charge individuals involved in a criminal enterprise even if they didn't commit every crime themselves. If Diddy and possibly even Jay-Z and Beyoncé are linked to something as serious as an illegal ring, this legal tool could bring down their entire empires. Matter of fact, if investigators find any evidence connecting the Carters to the accusations going around Diddy, they could be in serious trouble. While Jay-Z and Beyoncé have maintained a public image, a RICO charge could upend all of that. It wouldn't just be about facing jail time, it could mean the total destruction of their brands, businesses and legacies. All it takes is one credible accusation to pull them into the crosshairs, and right now the feds are looking at everything with a fine-tooth comb. For Diddy, being hit with a RICO charge would be devastating, but for Jay-Z and Beyoncé the stakes might be even higher. Not only do they have their music careers to think about, but they also have multi-million-dollar business ventures that rely on their spotless reputations. If they're implicated in any way, it could all come crashing down in the blink of an eye. The RICO threat is real, and it could spell the end of everything they've worked for.
I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They're a little couple. They do things.
What do you think happened with Kim
Keeping people against their will. Putting people on planes while they're unconscious. Just like Aaliyah got on that plane. Unconscious. There's a lot of things that people don't want to talk about.
Critique is rife on social media. Another commenter stated that it is not surprising that Beyoncé is also the perpetrator if Jay-Z is. Just consider how these guys undoubtedly got rid of Biggie, Tupac, and Aaliyah. 2 black males and 1 black female. They definitely took their places. A third person added to everyone wondering why Beyoncé is catching all the heat and not her husband or Diddy. 1. It's misogyny noir, and 2. It's always easier to deflect blame onto anyone but the guilty party. So will Diddy really go through with this? Will he turn the tables on Beyoncé and Jay-Z in the court of law? All eyes are on what could become one of the most shocking Hollywood showdowns ever. The stakes couldn't be HED Diddy's potential testimony against two of the most powerful figures in music could forever change the dynamics of not just their relationships but the entire industry. If these allegations and the tapes make their way into court, we're looking at a spectacle that could rival any celebrity scandal in recent memory. Now, while some people believe Diddy is trying to save himself from the legal storm he's caught in, others think there could be more personal reasons behind his decision to betray Beyoncé and Jay-Z. What do you guys think is actually happening here? Is Diddy going to betray Beyoncé to save himself? Do you think this scandal could be the end of Jay-Z and Beyoncé's untouchable legacy? The upcoming court battle promises to reveal secrets that could shake the foundations of both their personal lives and their careers, but the thing is, this is just the beginning. We might be witnessing the downfall of some of the biggest icons in pop culture, or perhaps they'll emerge stronger. Comment below with your opinions. And if you're as interested in this topic as we are, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and enable notifications so you don't miss any updates.